everybody. Thank you for joining us at this episode of CEO Insights produced by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we have Melissa Knutson, Senior Vice President of Insurance Operations for NCMIC. So thank you, Melissa, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Catherine.
I'm so glad to see you. Happy. We're actually doing this conversation after the 4th of July holiday. We both had a wonderful time, it sounds like. So here we are. So would love to have you start from the beginning. Tell us about NCMIC for those maybe two people who don't know about NCMIC. So
yeah, you bet. So NCMIC or NCMIC, a lot of people call us NCMIC.
Yes.
But we've been around for over 75 years, and our core base is serving chiropractors.
Okay.
But we do so much more than that. So we have malpractice policies, malpractice insurance policies. We also have financial products and agency products. So a lot of your listeners, maybe they've been to a boutique locally or a restaurant and they've swiped their credit card. That may have been our credit card processing terminal. A lot of people don't know that we do that, as far as homeowners and
for people outside of the chiropractor industry too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
chiropractors are really our foundation
Yes.
and where we got started
Okay.
and why we exist. But we've diversified because our chiropractors need things like credit card processing or business insurance. And so we started offering those products and then branched out.
Oh my gosh. How did you approach that? How did you find those new customers? Because I know the chiropractors all know you all and so well. How did you branch out to a new industry like that or new sector that you're selling to? That's so interesting.
Yeah. So, it happens a little organically, right?
Okay.
So we had our base of chiropractors. We knew what else they needed. And so when we added those products and we realized, hey, chiropractors are a lot like podiatrists.
Yeah.
They're a lot like other small medical clinics, but they also have the same needs as other small businesses. And so getting that word out and just having those conversations, we offer really good service. And I know everyone says they have really good service and they take care of their customers, but we do that so well that people often refer us. And it's just grown from there.
Amazing. Well, congrats on your success. That's awesome. That's incredible. And it sounds like you've been there for a couple of years, 20 years.
20 years.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Tell us about that journey, and you obviously love working there, or you wouldn't be there for 20 years. Tell us about your experience there.
Yeah, so it was just by chance that I started at NCMIC, and my resume had been passed on, and they offered me a position in our finance department. It was when we were just branching out to offer equipment financing or equipment loans for our customers. And so that's where I got my foot in the door and offering small business loans for medical practitioners. And I've just evolved in my career over time and now get to work in our insurance business. But I've stuck around because I've had those opportunities. Yeah. It's really a great place where I always want to be challenged and I want to learn. And I've been able to do that at NCMIC, while at the same time being in an environment that's just really, we give back, right? We really care about our community, but we also really care about our employees. So you want to stay.
And I do know the region is really familiar with your give back, all you do to help the region, the communities thrive and become better. And so really we want to thank NCMIC for all of your support, really for all of our nonprofits. There's so many great nonprofits serving our region. So it's phenomenal. So what nonprofits do you feel, I know it's probably hard to choose, but what are the ones that you have supported over the years that you feel really strongly about?
Yeah, so we encourage our employees, of course, to give as much time as possible. And we've served over, I think it's 200 nonprofits here locally. There were time, talent, treasure, something along those lines. But we have, so last week, we will do Meals from the Heartland. So our employees can come and do packaging there. We always do a Habitat for Humanity build in our parking lot. I actually also have a nonprofit, and it's Give Grace, Give Hope.
I saw that.
And so NCMIC is a strong supporter of me. And Small World, it actually was born because of my involvement in the West Des Moines Leadership Academy. It was that experience.
So cool.
That sparked it to life.
Really? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so through the West Des Moines Leadership Academy, you do a lot of different things, which but one of those is a poverty simulation, and you tour West Des Moines Human Services. And it was that experience and seeing the needs at West Des Moines Human Services. And I went home and I told my daughters, so I have 3 daughters, And I told them about this experience, and my middle daughter, Brenlyn, said, hey, we should give back to homeless women specifically.
Oh my gosh.
And so she had this idea of providing menstrual products for women in our community. And it started at West Des Moines Human Services. And now we're across Iowa.
You are?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Gee, okay, that's a great story. I didn't even know that story.
It's a surprise.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Oh my gosh, do you have any employees at your at your nonprofit then, or is it just all
it's
of
just my daughter
volunteer?
and I.
Your daughter and
yeah.
you. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And yeah, we have a ton of volunteers.
Okay, yeah.
But NCMIC, so NCMIC supports us at our
Yeah.
annual event. We have an annual event at the hall in West Des Moines, and we also do events at the office. So I'm just one of the organizations that's so near and dear to NCMIC's heart, and really anything that our employees are passionate about or care about. Yeah. We want to do that too. We want to be a part of it.
That's incredible. Tell us more about working at NCMIC. So obviously you support what the employees feel really strongly about and love and care about. Tell us a lot about maybe the work and the work-life balance. I know the culture there is just amazing. So
so fantastic culture. We were really passionate about making sure people can have passions outside of work, while at the same time really giving back and contributing within the office. Our culture and our tagline really for everything that we do is we take care of our own. And, you know, when employees are going through tough things, we're there. We step up and we support. And, you know, work at NCMIC is, of course, really important, but so is your family and so is your community. And so we want to support that.
Well, that sounds like the value. We know Mike McCoy really well, obviously your leader, and he's always voted one of the #1 leaders in our region. And so I know he feels so strongly about the company and the employees. And so Mike is just an incredible. He's also on our foundation, he's one of our board of trustees on our new foundation we're forming too. So it's amazing. So, well, we really appreciate NCMIC for all your support. You're also a President's Council member. That's our highest level of membership at the Chamber that helps to keep our community and region strong. So we really appreciate that support from a personal level at the Chamber. So obviously NCMIC is a great place to work. Tell us about some of the positions you might be hiring for.
Yeah, so we are always looking for great talent, but right now we have a position open in our marketing department working with data, which is a really big key piece of information for us, and of course lots of organizations. And our claims department has something open as well. And in our service center, we're always looking for individuals that want to help our customers and really put them at the center of everything we do.
Okay, I love that. And where can people find out more about these positions and opportunities?
Yeah, so everything's on our website at www.ncmic.com.
Love it.
But social sites, of course, are one of the best places. So LinkedIn, Facebook, you can see postings as they come up and all the fun things that we're doing at NCMIC.
Amazing. Well, everybody needs to check it out. So you've been very, very successful. Obviously, you're now Senior Vice President. Maybe any words of wisdom for younger generations that want to see themselves as a key leader in a really great company in the future? Any words of wisdom to our youth?
Yeah, I'd say it's to the youth, but I also have to remind myself, right? So you have to constantly go through this evolution of reminding yourself that, hey, you can do hard things, right? Go out there, put yourself out there, do hard things. And one thing I like to tell people is don't should on something, right? Don't should on yourself. And let me explain. So hopefully the camera got that one correctly.
That's cute.
But right, so
we got to keep that in. That's
yes.
Okay.
So just because you think you should have a certain role or a certain title because you've been raised to say you should fall in whatever line, if it's not right for you, don't do that. Right? Just do what is best for you and where you can deliver your talents in the best way. Well, at the same time, just because you want something and someone is in that role or historically they don't look like you or have the same background as you, go for it, right?
Yeah.
You might have to take an unconventional path to get there, but do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That's really, great advice. Learning a lot today. So, well, thank you so much for being part of this, Melissa. It was so nice to learn more about you and NCMIC. And I love how you serve all different types of companies too, not just your chiropractor roots, but really all different kinds of companies. So thank you for serving companies and nonprofits alike. So we really appreciate it. So thank you for joining us at this episode of CEO Insights. And we like to say the West is yet to come. So thank you for joining us. Thank you.